What's up, all my Power Addicts crew? Today's video we are doing, ta-da! You know what those are? Some of you will know, some of you may not. Look, it's a bolt. Got none of this end, but that end's perfectly round. What's up? How can you have a bolt with a perfectly round head on it? It's just strange, isn't it? These are leaf spring centering pins. They got two jobs. One, they hold your leaf pack together. Two, they locate the rear differential on the proper location of your leaf spring. Come down here, we'll show you. What we're looking at here is an 8.8 rear differential Jeep Cherokee XJ springs in my YJ. Now over there, you can tell that the spring doesn't exactly match up like it should. Those of you who know what you're looking at. Over there, I've got the spring actually located properly on the centering pin. But over here, you see my spring purchase are too narrow, but that's okay because I've got a new set of purchase. I'm going to cut these off and weld me a new set of spring mounts and everything to set the rear end proper with the springs. Now the topic of the video are these. Slide that out of the way. These are your centering pins. These right here. Now as you see this particular one right here is turned upward like this. And yes, you can tell this is a little bit short thing and these are long, but you're going to cut off the excess of what you don't need. Now here's my situation, why I'm changing them. Jeep Cherokee Springs XJ, Jeep Wrangler, Ford Explorer 8.8 rear differential, and a YJ. The YJ Springs, their centering pin is like this, okay? Because they are spring under axle, or SUA. Spring here under the axle, okay? Ford Explorers, they are spring under axle, which is why your spring mount is on the bottom of the axle. Now, Jeep Cherokees, which is what these leaves come out of, they are a spring over axle, or SOA, which means this spring is sitting on top of your axle here. The spring mounts are on top of the axle, which puts the round head here, which is the proper locating pin, is actually on the bottom of the spring here. So my situation is I don't want to go spring over axle right now. I want to keep the spring under axle. So I got to change this centering pin out to put the proper pins in here. So today's video, we are putting in new centering pins, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it. You got to do it right, or otherwise you can either one, have a mess, or two, you might get yourself hurt. So pay attention. Let's do this. Story time for you guys, and it does have some relevancy. I'm not just talking just to hear my head rattle, but I want to tell you guys a symptom or something that will make you have to change your centering pin other than me just doing this mod. I was a little bitty guy. I'm gonna guess somewhere in the ballpark around 18 years old or something like that. My dad and I, we had somebody with us, and I don't remember who it was, but we're rolling through this field. My dad had International Scout 2. We're rolling through this field, we're trucking along, not too fast, because you just don't want to wheel fast inside of a field that you really don't know what is in the field to begin with. I mean, it was overgrown, there was no paths or anything like that, so you just drive through tall grass. We're wheeling right along, and all of a sudden, bam! I mean, I'm sitting in the back seat, but it hit hard enough that it kind of made me almost fall off the seat, you know. I was like, what the heck, you know? Dad's like, what did we hit? What did we hit? So we get out to look and discover that there was a big massive rock right in the middle of the field, and all the grass and stuff had overgrown around the rock so you couldn't see it. Well, you hit it hard enough that it sheared the centering pin. Shearing the centering pin means that whenever the axle tube hit it, it knocked the axle tube backward. The spring packs, everything slid on the leaf spring, which shears the head off of the centering pin. Therefore, you know, kind of a bad situation, because then your axles were sitting all crooked. So I'm going to show you guys kind of like kind of a simulation as to what that situation would be like. So as I said, we were going through the field wheeling and stuff, and of course this is the rear axle, and this happened to the front, but not, you know, scenario can still play the same. The rock hits the tube, hits it, and it goes bam, knocks it back. Well, whenever you'll see that this spring perch that has a hole in it that sits over top of this right here. So if your axle slides, well, on a centering pin right there, if the axle slides back, it'll just like shear the head completely off the bolt. Which now your axle is sitting crooked like this going down the road, and that just does not fare well at all. So he had to change the leaf spring centering pin to properly align the axle again. So again, that's the purpose for that particular pin. One, it holds your spring pack together whenever you don't have your U-bolts in place. Two, it locates your differential on the proper location of your leaf springs and makes it in line with the rest of the body in the front and rear differential. Cool. All right. So basically, there's two different ways you want to go about doing this. One, in a situation where I was telling you about my dad and I out in the field when we hit that rock and it sheared that centering pin, what you would have to do before you take your U-bolts out. Now, I just got these sitting in here just for mock-up storytelling here for your viewing pleasure, because they're actually just kind of there. But in the event you shear that pin, do not take apart your leaf springs yet. Do not take out your U-bolts quite yet. Put a C-clamp each side of your axle tube. Once you got that C-clamp tightened up pretty good, tighten them up, then you can remove your U-bolts, then pick them up. So what we'll do, which side have I got that on? You get down here straight here. And this is going to take forever, because these are brand new parts from Rough Stuff Specialties, to be exact. Look at the massiveness of that plate right there, just beefy. Okay, you see what I'm doing. I'm taking that off. Be back in a moment. Then once you get all four of your U-bolt nuts off, you'll take that bottom plate off. Again, if you've sheared that centering pin, I repeat, if you hit something and sheared that centering pin, your axle's out center, have clamps on it before you do this part. Before you even touch the nuts on the U-bolts with the socket, put your clamps on, so therefore you don't forget and get your brains knocked out by some leaf springs coming apart. Then you take that plate off. Yours may not be that easy, because like I said, these are new parts. Then you can take your U-bolts out as such. Like that. Then once you get your U-bolts out, your clamps are holding your leaf packs together so they don't expand apart, releasing all that massive energy. Put your jack underneath it. Jack up the diff. And of course, now that side over, I don't have it cinched down with the U-bolts or anything, but you get the point. You can, if you only have to change one side, you do not have to take the U-bolts out of that side, okay? But what you can do is jack the differential up, this side up enough that you can get under that. You see the spring pad here, the differential mount, and there's your centering bolt. You'll get high enough that you can get to that bolt. Now, depending on whether you spring over, spring under, the head of the bolt may be on top or may be on bottom. It just really depends. So that is one scenario you can go through to change out your centering pin. Option 2. If your centering pin is good in the leaf packs, much like the way mine are, then the only thing you got to do is simply remove your U-bolts in your spring plate. Move your at that point you can jack your differential up. If you're only going to do one side at a time, in my case, I'm going to pull the whole rear diff out and change the centering bolts that way. Because in my case, I need to switch the orientation of, I need the centering pin round head up here and the nut on the bottom side is what I need. So, the advantage of doing it this way, if your centering pin's in good shape, you can get your clamps in closer to the bolt. Therefore help aligning, keeping the center line of all your leaf stack, keeping them in line with each other. So before you remove that bolt, get your clamp in place. You can go, it don't matter which way you orient your clamp, top, bottom, wherever you feel froggy. When you get your clamp in place, keep about an inch on each side of the bolt, give you room to get in here and work, but put your clamps on first before you remove the centering bolt, okay? Clamps first, clamps first, clamps first. All right, I'm gonna get this rear diff out of the way and we're gonna start changing out these bolts. Now the reason I put the shackles back on the leaves is simply because it gives me better leverage when I start to loosen up the centering bolts. Just makes life a little bit easier. I'm using a 1/2-inch socket. And I got my hand down here on the, let me reach one of the new ones. Right now they're both positioned like this. So this part right here is the smooth round like this is what's positioned. So I'm just kind of holding on to it, see if it's going to turn inside the spring. If it does, I want to give a pair of vice grips or channel locks or something to hold it in place. See, there it goes. It's wanting to turn now. Then get your hammer. Ta-da! Knock it out. Now in my case, okay. What do I do with it? There it is. This was positioned like this. Okay. I need it like that because of spring under axle is what the YJs are set up as. So I got a clamp each side, it's holding my spring pack together so these spring packs are not expanding outward like this. Clamps are holding everything in place for me. Take my new centering bolt, slide it right down through there. Phew, long-winded rascal. There we go. It bottomed out. Now, obviously, I can't get my socket on there anymore because of that big long bolt right there. So I'm going to run and get me a wrench and I'm going to tighten that thing up. I'll be right back. Instead, I went and got one of my sockets because it goes all the way through. Yep, wrong way. Don't get crazy tightening these things up because you don't have to really throw a ton of pressure at them. Because remember, that's only a 5/16 bolt. So you don't want to throw a whole lot of pressure and strip out your bolt. Then your bolt becomes useless. And well, that's just not good. Or you twist something too. Now the other side. Check it out, center pin's done, yay. 8.8 sitting over, waiting to get modded. What we're gonna be doing to it coming up soon. Not this video, of course, but spring pads getting cut off, sway bar bounce getting cut off. Little thing right there, I forgot what the heck it was, but it's getting taken off, smoothing things out. Pull the brakes off of it, rebuild the brakes. Got my spring hangers put in from Motobuilt for the stretch. And when I get the 8.8 fabs up ready to go in, I'll just kind of halfway put the spring pads on because I can't set my pinion angle until I get through doing my tummy tuck. Tummy tuck is whenever you take the transmission transfer case and engine, pick it straight up to get more clearance for the bottom here so I can get rid of the skid plate. Then I'll be able to properly set my pinion angle on the diff, shooting up toward the slip yoke eliminator that's already installed. So, what? I got slow pill, yeah, eliminator installed. Well, those of you who haven't followed my channel, you might want to subscribe so you don't miss this stuff. I'll link it below where I put that in. So, anyway, quick little summary of what's coming up. So, if you have it, you may want to subscribe. Everyone, if you like that video, hit me with a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have it. Cool comments down below. Everyone, appreciate you hanging out with me. Peace out. Later, y'all. Hey, y'all didn't think I'd forget about you, did you? There you go. RE 1482 Rubicon Express. That's the part number to these spring steering bolts. And I'll put a link down below so you guys can order you some. Go ahead, get you some, man. Get. Peace. Later, y'all.